It's a love story. What is up, you guys? It is Miranda. Welcome back to the Weekly Fangirl. Happy Sunday, happy Valentine's Day. Love is in the air. Also, I changed my hair. It's red. I haven't done red yet. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's been a crazy week. Last Sunday was the Super Bowl, and of course, I didn't realize until maybe a couple hours after I posted my last video, which has been the second most viewed video on my channel, so thank you guys so much for that. I don't know if it's because it's a Hiddlestoner video or because it's a tag video or what, but you guys like it, so thanks. Super Bowl was crazy this year, apparently. Congratulations to the Denver Broncos for winning. Not that I watched the game, I was working. But there were also some awesome trailers and commercials featuring our wonderful Marvel heroes, one of which being the mini-can commercial with Hulk and Ant-Man. And of course, a full-length Civil War trailer. Not that, you know, we haven't already seen the Civil War trailer, but it's still good to see. And I think this one was a little bit different. It had more Bucky, so more Bucky's always better. And that wasn't the only thing from Marvel this week. Deadpool opened on Friday. I went to see it. It was amazing. Stan Lee DJ'd in a strip club. If you take nothing else away from Deadpool, Stan Lee DJ'd in a strip club. That was his contribution to that movie. You know, and also creating the character, but mostly the DJing bit. Also, they somehow managed to fuck up Ryan Reynolds' face. Bravo, you guys. You did it. You did it. Good for you. For you, Deadpool. You go, Deadpool. The more I think about these things, the more I think about the fact that it took us, about 6 years of development hell for Deadpool to even be a thing. Never thought Civil War was going to happen. Ant-Man was like a ludicrous fantasy up until, last year. There's a lot that goes on with being a Marvel fangirl. There's a lot of ups, there's a lot of downs, and it got me thinking that, somebody should probably make a video about that. So this week, instead of doing fangirl reads, because you and I both know that I really hate doing fangirl reads right now, we're gonna go through the pros and cons of being a fangirl Marvel edition. Shall we? I think we should. Shall we? We shall. Number 1. Movies. Now, obviously, I am a huge fan of Marvel movies. If you didn't know, because I haven't told you, Iron Man was actually my first date back in 2008. It was awesome. I didn't end up staying with the guy, obviously, but, I'll always have that memory. Thank you, Jon Favreau. And there have been a bunch of amazing Marvel movies since then. Movies that, again, we never thought we'd get, first of which being an Avengers movie, because it's a theme ensemble thing, and we never thought that any studio would commit to something that big. And then Joss Whedon came along, and the rest, as they say, is history. There are so many Marvel movies out there nowadays, and they are amazing. We don't have to wait more than maybe a year between movies. It's awesome. Having said that, the downside is that, unfortunately, there are so many movies now that the market is entirely oversaturated with superhero movies. Again, we don't have to wait more than a year between movies anymore. They're everywhere. That leads to occasional misfires. Every once in a while, you get a movie that really kind of wasn't that great. Early 2000s can certainly attest to this. Fantastic Four, Daredevil, Ghost Rider. More recently, the Fantastic Four reboot. You guys tried. You tried so hard. The first half of the movie was so good. What happened? Luckily, though, film is not the only source that we can use to satisfy that mighty Marvel need. Number 2. TV. The Marvel TV universe integrated with the MCU is constantly evolving, constantly expanding, and we have new TV shows coming out all the time. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter, Daredevil on Netflix, Jessica Jones on Netflix, Luke Cage on Netflix, Iron Fist on Netflix, Punisher on Netflix, plus all of the animated series. So many awesome shows! Just like with the films, we have an oversaturated market because there are TV shows coming out every year or so. It's ridiculous. Also, something that's been happening lately with the latest couple of movies in Phase 3 is that Marvel is starting to integrate the TV and the film so closely that if you don't watch one of the TV shows, you'll miss things. Or if you don't watch the movies, you'll miss things on the show. Either way, something gets lost in translation. Or you could be somebody like me that can't afford cable and has to find like season 2 of Agent Carter and season 3 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. online because Agent Carter isn't on Netflix and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. hasn't been updated yet. What the hell is taking you so long? I want my season 3, damn it! I need to catch up! I'm out of the loop! Help me! Don't forgive them because they have some of the most amazing talent in these films and shows, which leads me to number 3. The writers and directors that they have in the MCU and the TV Marvel universe as a whole are amazing. Fantastic. Hands down, except for Fantastic Four. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. Predictably, it's the actors that take center stage here. Not that anybody's complaining. We have incredible talent at Marvel coming out of the woodwork. Tom Hiddleston, RDJ, Scarlett Johansson, Vincent D'Onofrio, Charlie Cox, Rosario Dawson. Are you kidding me with these people? God, they're so amazing. But on the flip side, we end up getting completely unrealistic fantasies about these actors as a direct result. I'm looking at you again, Hiddleston. How are you so perfect? At least Star Wars gives me hope. Daisy Ridley is my age. I can work with that. Moving on. Number 4, merch. The merch at Marvel is incredibly wearable, collectible, and amazing. And the best part about it is that if the fans can't find it somewhere out there in the market, if the parent company isn't making it, fans will go to great lengths to do it themselves. You can find pretty much anything with the Marvel logo on it nowadays. T-shirts, necklaces, hat figures, posters, hats, buttons. I made a mess. And the list goes on and on. But the flip side to this argument, 2 words. Female representation. I have no idea how hard it is to find a Black Widow figure, a Gamora figure. It's ridiculous. Yeah, they have Agent Carter pop figures, but where's my Black Widow shit? Come on! Fortunately, Marvel is getting better about this. A lot of other companies in the comic and entertainment industry are doing the same, expanding to their female viewership. But come on, guys. I mean, it's taking forever. You're molasses in January right now. Help me out here. Completely non sequitur segue. Number 5. Food. Okay, now I know this sounds bizarre, but hear me out here. Well, actually, you know what? I really don't have any kind of a positive here, but I got a couple negatives that I'd like to lay out, alright? Here's the thing with Marvel. Maybe something completely innocent. Just a passing line in a comic, a movie, or a show. But now, there are certain foods that I can't see, look at, or hear about without laughing. I think the Avengers did to me. I live in Dearborn. This is the highest concentration of Middle Eastern culture this side of the Middle East. You know what that means? It means that I'm surrounded on all sides by shawarma places. I can't look at it without thinking of Tony and his stupid face after he falls out of the wormhole. Thanks a lot, Stark. Waffles? What the hell is the deal with waffles? Gluten-free waffles in Iron Man, and now waffles in Ant-Man. Louise, you and your charming face, I can't get it out of my head. And I love waffles, so now every time I look at waffles, I'm gonna start giggling. Thank you so much for that. And more recently, with Deadpool and the Netflix Daredevil, we have the problem with avocados. Because now, I can't look at this freaking testicle of fruits without thinking of Nelson and Murdoch avocados at law. Thank you, Foggy, so much for your complete lack of the Spanish translation of lawyers. Damn it, Nelson! Okay, I need to stop because now I've fallen off the deep end of, fangirling over here. This is what happens at 3 a.m. when I can't sleep and I'm thinking of video ideas. This is what happens. Things like this. Me yelling at an avocado. You guys are so welcome. There you go. There were the pros and cons of being a Marvel fangirl. I will be doing fangirl reads next week. I promise. I couldn't get down with it this week, you guys. It's been busy. I've had a lot to do this week. I work in food service and it's the week of Valentine's Day and the Super Bowl. Think about it for a second. Plus, you know me, if I can avoid reading Twilight, I'm gonna do it for as long as I can get away with it. For now, I think I'm just gonna go. Sip a little tea, maybe watch Daredevil again, season 1, before season 2 comes out next month, March 18th, so excited. Make some waffles and hate my life. Watch the Super Bowl Civil War trailer about 50 times, link of which will be in the description. And all in all, just drown in the sweet sorrow of being a Marvel fangirl. I didn't choose the fangirl life, the fangirl life chose me. It chose me hard. So that is it for this week. If you like this video, though I don't know why you would, give it a thumbs up down below. Subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I make new ones every Sunday. Leave me a comment and tell me what you thought. What are some more pros and cons that I may have missed? Until next time, I have been Miranda. This has been the Weekly Fangirl. I'll see you next time, true believers. Excelsior. Wow, that was lame.